What's going on, guys? This is Wandergasm. Today I'm in London and I have an absolute stonker of a video for you guys. Now, it's not very often that I get to talk to you about a brand new social media platform. Well, at least when that's worth mentioning anyway. So for those of you who have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, let's just get right into it. Let go! So, over the last 48 hours, the social media platform Vero, or Vero, however you want to say it, has absolutely blown up. And I'm talking big time. So much, in fact, that their servers haven't been able to handle the amount of new users onboarding. That's quite a lot, right? And because of this, they have been periodically crashing. But what exactly is Vero? Why is it such a big deal? And why are so many people trying to get on board with it? Stick around. So first up, what is Vero? So Vero is actually a social media platform that was started around 2015. So it's not actually brand new, but it is only recently that so many people have been adopting it. As of yesterday, I think there were probably still under 1 million users. It claims to have arose due to the current state of social media, which is dominated by algorithms, ads, absolutely zero organic reach, and having to pay for your followers to actually see what you want them to see, which, as you can imagine, is pretty frustrating. Vero claims it wants to change all of that and offer solutions to all of these problems. It's sort of like a hybrid between Facebook and Instagram with maybe a few vital features missing, but basically it's here to solve all of our social media woes. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am pretty fed up with the way Instagram has been going lately. Something fishy's going on, right? Okay, so now you've got a bit of a rough idea of exactly what Vero is. What can it do? The most appealing factor of Vero for me is that it's thrown algorithms and ads straight out the window. Everything that you see on your timeline is in chronological order, exactly from when it was posted. Sorry, it's actually snowing quite heavily outside. This is March, what's going on in England. Secondly, this feature, which I think is pretty interesting, is that when you post, anything you post or share, you get to decide which audience sees it, according to one of 4 classifications: close friend, friend, acquaintance, and then anybody who's just decided they want to follow you. And it's pretty nifty because you get to decide which category people fit into. I don't get to know either. Another great feature that I think is that you can share all kinds of content to Vero, not just images, not just word posts. You can share links, which could be links to videos, links to your blog, links to your website, links to a product. You can share book recommendations. You just type search and then you pick a book and then you give it a rating, or you say, hey, this book's great, this book's not great, you should read it because of this. Same with films. You can give film recommendations, TV show recommendations, and these all show up in your timeline and your followers' timelines. All in all, there's a pretty diverse selection of ways you can share content to Vero, which is a little bit refreshing, or maybe it's too much, I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out as time goes on. Hashtags, these are still a thing on Vero, and they work in pretty much exactly the same way. You have trending hashtags which show up on the main page, and posts are pretty much formatted in the same way. Select your content, write a caption, add your hashtags to the bottom of the caption. I don't know if they work for the comments yet, and then you choose who to share it with. One thing is, it doesn't have stories. At least not yet, so let's see what happens with that. Alright, so now you know what Vero can do, why should you be using it? For me, I think the main audience for this platform, and the reason that a lot of people have been leaving other platforms and coming to Vero, is because they're sick and tired of Facebook and Instagram controlling who sees our content, when they see our content, and how they see our content. Basically, Vero is kind of like a breath of fresh air, taking us back to the good old days when social media was just plain and simple, at least in a timeline sense. Now, some of you might hate the algorithm, some of you might love it, but what can I say? It's the algorithm. They're going to be around. Vero is promising to never bring in algorithms, never bring in ads. And it's kind of saying that I think after the first 1 million users, they're going to start bringing in a sort of paid subscription, which is meant to be cheap. I don't know. I don't understand it. I'm sure we'll find out more as time goes by. But if you get in now, then you'll never have to pay in the future. There is also rumours that a few big celebrities who are quite big on social media have ditched Instagram, Twitter, etc. to go to Vero in sort of I guess, a strike to tell them that they're that annoyed with the way they've been doing things lately that things need to change. So who knows, maybe this could be a good thing, and maybe the other platforms will be like, oh man, and fix their act up. Realistically, if you want to build a fresh, organic and engaged audience, then Vero just might be the place to go. This isn't a paid ad, I'm not being asked to do this, I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on this platform. And I mean, I've always said that the early adopters of something new are the ones who will succeed in the long run. Think about every other social media platform when it started. People were unsure, they didn't know whether to go over to it, and those who did at the very start most likely succeeded and have done very well from that. I'm not going to name people, but just use your imagination. YouTube, Instagram, like Facebook pages, like all of these platforms at the start were quite iffy and people were unsure of them, but now look at them. Now don't get me wrong, Vero isn't without its problems. It's extremely buggy right now, mainly due to the huge influx of new users kind of overloading the servers, and honestly it probably would crash every few seconds if you were trying to use it right now. But this is probably not a permanent problem and it should be fixed in the next few days, I assume. I also don't feel like that the layout of the app is super user friendly just yet. As someone who does do a little bit of UX and UI, I feel like there are some improvements that could be made. Overall it's smooth, but like there are a few things like, oh, why is that there? Why is that there? And hopefully that'll be fixed. Like the colors as well, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll get used to it. So for now, I would probably say give it a go. See how you feel about it. Maybe stick it out for a few days, maybe a week or two. If you like it, hang around. If you don't, then don't use it, man. There's no problem. Let me know what you guys think of the app below. I am on it. If you want to find me, I'll leave a link in the bio below this. And yeah, just leave your thoughts in the comments below. See you next video, guys. Peace. There goes the